Bonjour Africa, welcome to 360 Sports and Trends show on Galaxy, where we go a full 360 around the globe to give you the latest in the world of sport. Bonjour Cameroon, bonjour Senegal. We are live in Midrand in our Johannesburg studios. Today is our 10th show. We are so happy and energetic. We're going to give you the best. My name is MANDLA. We're going to be together. And then I'm not on my own. I'm with my co-host, NAMHLA.
Good afternoon, Africa. Good afternoon to the viewers at home or wherever you are watching on your smart device. We are back here for the 10th episode. How did we make it that far?
I don't know. The gates, I don't think Galaxy have gates because the gates should be open by now.
Okay, what do you have for us today? Top stories. What can you show us?
How was the sporting weekend?
It was insane. It was insane. I don't even want to start. I think I should give it to you so that you can start, but it was insane. It was the most insane. The most insane for me was the F1, but we're not there. Yeah,
I'm so excited about Super Rugby. It was Super Fan Rugby on Saturdays this weekend. Blue Bulls, Vodacom Bulls versus Sharks.
Yes.
What went down there?
I mean, it's quite obvious. It's quite obvious. You're talking about Jake White's history here.
Yes.
So he's always been my favorite coach in rugby. Even when I was coaching the Springboks, I've always been a fan. So he's done very well. And look, it's just started. So let's not count our chickens before they hatch. But I'm happy.
The score there was 49 to Vodacom Bulls to 28 Sharks. Some of us who come down from the beach, it's not a good result.
No.
But there's not much that we can do about it. And then Cape Town. What happened in Cape Town?
Oh, the DHL Stormers, doing something to Emirates, the Lions. I mean, your new, not new franchise, but the sponsor that just recently came through, which is the Emirates, through to the Lions. They just...
Yes.
Are they giving the value?
Okay. For me, I had given up to the Lions. I was hoping Lions they could go through. However, Stormers did very well. Yeah. And remember, this is a pre-season, so it's a precursor for what is about to come in this season in the space of rugby.
Like I said, the first 2-3 results do not say anything about any sporting code because it was what's happening during the COVID and after, so we don't know. The fitness levels might drop or might go up, so we don't know. Yeah.
Okay, the DHL Stormers, they laid every foundation for the solid 34-21 win over Emirates Lion in their Super Fern Saturday.
Oh, and to the only thing that got me excited and sad at the same time, Formula One.
Formula One.
Mercedes-Benz, what's that?
There was baptism on fire in Russia over the weekend. The big story there that came out, of course, it was Lewis Hamilton being penalized. Yeah. And he has not taken that kind.
I would, okay, I don't know, maybe this is personal, it's off the racetrack, but for me, I feel like the penalties were just, they were just not meant for that, They should have just let him do what he does best so that he can hit the record that we all want him to hit. And, I honestly wanted him to win, but I'm happy for Bottas because he's always felt that he's made to feel like second best when it comes to Mercedes, but I'm happy he won also, so that there's some sort of equality.
For his teammate, it's his teammate that took the podium. It should be happy for him. Obviously, sports, like we've said, we always say in the show that the sport is played with the rules. So if he needed to be penalized for an incident, that took place or for a behavior, he should take it as a man. He's there, he should not panic. It might not be this race. I mean, he only needs what? 2 more races to equal Michael Schumacher's record? All-time record.
But for me, this is the thing. If you are used to winning, this is now the arrogance of being a sportsman or woman, where you are used to winning. Look at how Didier Drogba would act when he's lost. Look at how Ronaldo acts when he is lost. Or Leo Messi. Those are champions, and they know they have the will to win. But when they don't win, you should see them like they feel like the whole world came crashing down on them. So let's give him a benefit of a doubt and say he wasn't a sore loser per se, but he felt he shouldn't have lost this particular race because of whatever happened.
But he shouldn't go further and say they are blocking him to get into that record.
Well, maybe look, we cannot by all means say what people should be feeling and not feeling. That's how he is feeling at the moment. And maybe it's just emotional. He'll get over it. He's a sportsman. He's very good. He's very smart. Young, smart.
For young and upcoming sportsmen and women, control your feelings. It's what we should learn with this incident of Lewis Hamilton. Let's try and control our feelings. Let's not become sore losers. Into the next story.
Swimming. You know, the new 200-meter breaststroke record.
Are you a swimmer? Are you a swimmer?
No, I'm a typical, black person.
Across the Vaal River, across Utugela.
Oh, no. We only have Zimvubu in the Eastern Cape.
Yes.
But trust me, I don't play that game. No.
Good record in South Africa in swimming. A 200-meter backstroke record was broken over the weekend. It's good news for swimming. Remember, we are preparing for Japan, Olympics in Japan. If they will take place, taking into consideration the happenings around the globe when it comes to the pandemic, but we hope that she keeps that form that could honestly lead her into participating in the World Cup
and also
Olympics.
We must also applaud TAX.
Yes.
TAX is doing very well with developing athletes.
Yes.
You look at your world-breaking record athletes. Some of them come from TAX, so we should actually give it to TAX and say, well done. And we are looking, at them to produce more athletes, whether from the normal background and the not so good background, but we're really happy they are doing so much in development, because had this been not for TAX, we don't know where Schoenmaker would have been.
Well done, Tanya Schoenmaker, for your records, 22 minutes, 18 seconds, 18 seconds over the weekend. Now, moving on into football. What is happening in the world of football?
French League. I don't know. What were you hoping for the results there? Like, what were you hoping? What were you hoping was going to happen?
For me, I think my teams that I wanted them to get back into good winning ways. It was PSG. Taking into consideration their last game, that they did not do very well. But this time around, this game was much better. They show good.
Of course, it's our first official match for the season, and we are really happy about the final result. I think we played a great first half. We scored 4 times, and that was very good. The second half, I think it was a little bit. The rhythm of the game was a little bit more down
5 is
than
enough
it was
for the start of the season, so we should be,
That's good stuff. That is coming out of France on League 1, and also Oriental Olympique Lens. It was 1-1 there. And then what happened in England?
Of tonight,
West Ham
in the first half.
West Ham United.
Second ball.
What happened?
It was a party there.
Goldfish.
Yes, they were feasting on the Wolves. How about that? The opposite. The Ham feasting on the Wolves instead of the Wolves feasting on the Ham.
We created good chances to score.
I don't know if you got that.
Really happy about
anyway,
the 4 goals in the first.
I'm very happy for them. I'll tell you why. A week ago, they had a scare in terms of the infection, in terms of coronavirus.
Yes.
And if they can come out like that, blazing like this, I think maybe in 2 weeks' time they must get another one. They must get another scare.
So they get scared and they bring on results.
They bring on good results.
Okay, then Manchester City, what's going on there? I actually thought Pep was going to get there and get results even after winning the league. You sort of like wanted him to get to the momentum of winning and actually win. What's going on now?
Less said about Pep Guardiola, more said about Brendan Rodgers, the man in charge of Leicester City. They've done very well in terms of coming out to that game. Remember, Man City scored 2 goals in the beginning, and then all of a sudden, everything started going haywire for Man City. I don't know whether it's putting the team together, new players coming in. Inke, his debut, his goal. Very happy for him because it's a player that we've always watched and that he's got great potential. But I don't know. I haven't figured it out what is happening at Man City.
I think we need to wait for the team to gel because I just think there's a lot of talent there, but it's still more of where does it lie exactly? Does it lie in the stomach or the back or the front? Where exactly in the field of play are they strong and where they should actually try and put in more strength in? I don't know, but we'll see. 3rd, 4th match of the season, then we'll have something to say.
Shall we conclude in the African continent that in Manchester things are not going well at the moment?
No, absolutely. In the entire Manchester, let's not be in the entire Manchester, there's something not right there. Maybe let's give it a few games and we'll see. You know, it's how you get up anyway. You know.
We trust the experienced managers that are there, both in Manchester City and Manchester United, that they will eventually get it right and make the global fans happy with positive results.
No, absolutely, absolutely. And then the last game of the weekend, it wasn't that exciting, but it was there.
Yes.
So what's your take on the results? Gareth Bale's new home, drawing?
No, all I've said that Spurs, they just needed a break in terms of what the way they are playing. But interesting enough, they won. Even their superstar man Son was not there. Which is good, I think, for Jose Mourinho, because what is happening there, I think there's been a lot of tug of war between the manager or the backroom staff and players, but I think they are coming through now to bring the results. I know that Jose Mourinho is all about results, so if he gets results, I think he will get it. Less said about the rules, the new rules at FIFA, the new rules at EPL, but the results are there.
Now you are coming to my party now when you're saying that Jose Mourinho is used to winning. Now we go back to Lewis Hamilton, he's not used to winning? But because he sulks as well. He loses and he becomes a 10-year-old in a store and just losing it. You know, and that's just how sportsmen and women are. They are winners naturally. So when that doesn't happen, they completely lose it, and they not like they lose respect, but they just somewhere they fall into a gap that's not supposed to be there.
You become a sore loser if you do not perform well, and then you complain.
And not congratulate the other part.
If you perform well and you don't win because maybe of regulations or rules, then you can complain. You know, and this time around, Lewis Hamilton has he had an opportunity. We've seen races where drivers, they start at number 10 in pole position, but they make it to finish in a pole. So that is important to say. We must always know what happens when the players win.
And before we introduce you to our guest, we're gonna take a short commercial break, and we will come back to you with our guest that's coming through, a former Bafana player and a former KAIZER Chiefs player. Do stay tuned. We'll see you after the break.
After the break.
Violence and sexual abuse against children has become a major social challenge during the COVID-19 lockdown. We appeal to adults, parents and caregivers to be kind towards children during this lockdown and beyond. Give children the space they need to engage with their reading and learning activities. Do not hit them. Do not yell at them. They are equally frustrated. We urge you to listen, support and help the children to survive the COVID-19 lockdown. Report immediately any incident of sexual abuse. The Department of Basic Education. Every child is a national asset.
Feel the heat.
I love Adam Selman.
The girls are really thin. I think it looks very glamorous from the outside.
The life of a model in New York City.
There is such cool prints. So many.
You know, I'm buying this.
Look at me and all the selfie sort of thing. Honestly, I didn't really know that was actually a job. It just didn't occur to me.
Congratulations. Feel the excitement. Feel the heat with Starsat. Feel the heat.
Chicken portions are an easy way to feed a crowd.
I've just started to incorporate all my ingredients.
We're going to put this inside of a hot cast iron skillet.
You want to really fill up on great protein.
It's now time to sample the chef's dish. Look at this.
I know.
Like that.
Feel the excitement.
The chicken is on the spot.
Feel the heat with Starsat. Feel the heat. Feel the excitement. Feel the heat with Starsat.
Challenge your ordinary. Experience the extraordinary.
Not only the government, the municipality here has had no plan.
Now, I believe that my peace is my most valuable asset.
Absolutely beautiful!
This is exactly what I was looking for!
DJ Khaled!
It is a day to celebrate.
We're ready for action.
I like it when it's nice and soft. Yeah, that is nice.
How was it like growing up in Nigeria? Yes, sir, you know what it is.
Feeling is there that, you know, you're doing something special.
Stop being so dramatic, Mira.
You should just be what you want to be.
Experience the extraordinary with Starsat.
Feel the heat.
Hold on. To make it through this journey alive, you're gonna need someone to teach you the ninja way.
Don't just stand there, kill someone!
Feel the excitement. Feel the heat with Starsat.
Welcome back, Africa. Welcome back, Tanzania. Welcome back, Zimbabwe. Welcome back, Angola. Welcome back, Mozambique. Like we said just before the break, we have our guest this afternoon, a man that does not need introduction to the most of us in the continent, former Kaizer Chiefs defender, former Bafana defender. He is here. His name is Fabian MACCARTHY. Fabian, welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having me, guys.
You know, I was saying just before we got back that you played for clubs that are actually, you know, quite big in the country, whether the following or you know, but yeah. Thank you for coming through, and we're just gonna throw you right at the deep end. We're not gonna even ask you to swim, but you will find a way.
I can swim.
Then that's fine. You're not like us.
Before he goes there, can we ask him about Natasha Schoonmaker's record, best stroke record?
If you want to ask him, I don't know. But
no, I just said him saying he can swim. So that's good. Go ahead.
I think in his backyard he can, but let's not take it there. Okay. I'm gonna throw you right at the deep end. I want to find out. The announcement last week coming from the mother body about the 2 friendly games that are going to be played by Bafana, Namibia and Zambia. And we have in good authority that Namibia hasn't played professional football in 2 years. So what's your take? Are we going to play 4x4s like Skrima had before 96?
Look, I think the good thing for Namibia is most of their players are playing in the PSL. So for them to assemble a team, it's going to be easy, but to prepare the team and coming for the friendly, it might then the rankings on the FIFA ranking. But I hope Bafana can play because the season is finishing now. It's international week, so we have to see the boys, you know, those that were champions, those that missed out to be champions. Let's see how they come together and unite and get onto the field of play, because qualifiers are starting soon. You have to get games in. Doesn't matter your teams, your clubs did well, but for the country, we need you more than your club needs you.
Okay, once we had that, Fabian, there has been an outcry from the players that are from Namibia who are here in South Africa applying their trade here. They're saying, can you guys please, man, take solidarity with us so that you can at least assist our peers at home that are unemployed at the moment because the league is not, you know, taking place.
Look, that's going to be a difficult one because basically I think you can't sign players based on the last 2 seasons ago performance and stuff like that. You have to be fit and they have to see your record, your stats, and you know the technology now is so good. You can't cheat it or shortcut it. You have to go back and see the stats, how many goals, especially for strikers, they judge on goals. You know, not friendly games where you score goals, competitive league games coming up against defenders and scoring goals. So it's very sad what's happening in Namibia. You know, I have a lot of my friends are trying to put something together. You know, Ronnie Cananello for the national team, Manetti, Colin. There's a lot of guys, they're trying their best, but I think the politics are somehow in a way and are stopping it. And unfortunately, it's part of the game. It's going to be part of the game for the rest of our lives. But sometimes too much politics. In a soccer ball. Disturb the flow of the ball.
And another thing now, which should be exciting but also confusing for you, is the appointment to the commercial committee at SAFA.
Yeah, that's another letter which I have to sign and to get there and stuff. But it's good to see that some of the seniors or people in football are recognizing you, and you know who would want to say no. Anything around football, anything between the 4 lines, the 2 goalposts, that's where you see the best of Fabian McCarthy. So why not?
Getting into that, Fabian, because we ran this story last week, which, you know, it became confusing and embarrassing for 360 Sports because the FA made an announcement before you guys knew. So we just want to clarify that, because now it could possibly viewers in the continent think that, you know, we were not truthful in terms of our story. We tried our efforts. We had the CEO last week, Thursday, to pose the very same question. That's when we got a bit of clarity to say, you know, yes, the letters are on their way. Is that they are not traveling with how train. They were pulled.
No, you have to sanitize it and make sure whoever is delivering it is good. Look, I'm part of the structure of the Legends and Masters Association. I'm from Northwest. I'm the vice chairman of the Northwest Masters and Legends Association, which we part of the South African Football and Masters Association. So as a member of that, I'm falling in of what, you know, the leaders or the elders are saying. I'm not gonna fight or make it a big thing. As you said, the letters are on their way. We're waiting for the letters. And for me, anything football, that's the politic I understand. But in the boardroom, out of the field or so, so I'll have to get used to it. But yeah,
okay.
I am part of a member of the entire South African Football and Masters Legends.
Just to clarify that, the Legends, the Masters Legends, we have that, and it's affiliated and it's recognized by South African Football Association. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Now tell us, what have you put in place in terms of strategies and what you're going to take into that position once the letter arrives and then you have to go to Safa House?
Look, for me, obviously simple. You have to find out and see where they're putting myself into and stuff like that. And in terms of development or football development, we just have to go back and do the development properly. We don't have to take shortcuts.
Yeah.
We don't have to do quick fix. We have to develop a holistic player in terms of on and off the field. And then we'll get more of our players playing their trade in Europe. Like 20 or 25 years ago, the likes of the class of 96, 98 World Cup, 2000s Olympics, you know, 20 years. So we have to get more of our players in the top leagues in Europe, and that's the only way our national team will improve and go up with the rankings.
And I like what you just said now, on and off the field. It has always been a challenge where you find that former football players are just former football players, like they've got nothing to show, just the name. So what are the steps that you think need to be the first ones in terms of grassroots, because that's what we're talking about now, grassroots, where you are saying these kids are going to be stars at the end of the day. So what is it that you think should be the first class or first teaching for these kids?
Look, I think we have to go back to the interprovincial tournaments where myself, I used to be part of it, I played in it. I was discovered through the United Bank Challenge under 20 in 95. I made a national team coming from the Northwest Vryburg, you know, and then that's how my football career started kicking. Started in Bloem Celtic. Basic thing is, let's, in a province where if there's a chance to select a provincial team, let it be rolled out into all those locations, townships, places. Not like you receive something in Johannesburg, now you're representing the whole of Gauteng. Let the people that are in charge in the office, let them roll it out, let them do their work and try and cover or go to each corner of the province. That's how you're going to see the best that you have in your province. And then from there we go into the national setup or provincial tournaments, the national setup, and then
before we close, Fabian, new man in charge at Kaizer Chiefs. What's your take on Gavin Hunt and his two assistants?
Look,
30 seconds for you.
Yeah, look, obviously for me, it's about time Gavin Hunt get a chance at any of the big teams. You know, his record speaks for himself. He's just going to have a lot to do in terms of the team as a whole and dealing with individual players and egos and stuff like that. But he is the right man. I think he will do well. Two of my former colleagues, Dylan Shepherd played with the national team with Atazwani, played with him at Kaizer Chiefs. They're into youth coaching, developing. So I wish them all the best, and it's about time that my generation sit on the bench competing with each other and implementing that change into the PSL and into SA football.
Thank you, Fabian. I think it was very informative for you, and thank you for blessing us with your presence. Mark is gonna get you on the other time, and we hope that you have an awesome day. But we wish you all the best in your new endeavor with South African Football Association. Go and make an impact, a meaningful impact for ex-professional players.
Thank you.
And coming right up is Trends with Katleho and Maschaba. You guys don't move an inch, because these guys are bringing you the trending stories that we cannot give you guys because we don't gossip. So we leave the gossip over to them. Maschaba and Katleho. We'll see you tomorrow, guys. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.